I took a few minutes out to call Home Depot because I got an order for paint in, and there were 2 cans instead of 1. So I was going to call them back and ask them what they wanted to do, and after about phoning locally and then nationally and waiting, I said, they're just going to tell me to keep it. They're not going to make me come bring it back. They're not going to drive somebody over here to get it. It's only like $12 or 18. 18, I think. Anyway, so this is it. This is me taking over life itself. Yeah, I'm putting it that way a little. Yeah, so financially, I have no choice. I have to change everything that costs me money. I'm going to do it, and as long as I'm, doing a really and reasonably good, if I go from being overboard to just tiny, because I can shrink it to almost nothing, and I'll be happy, and everybody else will be happy too, which would make 2 of us happy. I know my daughter knows I can do this. So does my son. He saw me do it once before. I just changed everything overnight. Lasted about a year and a half, and I never even became. I was never conscious that I was getting bored. I just I don't know, maybe my routines. I never analyzed it, but I went back to my old ways, and I've always done it, and I've always resisted people's claims that it was a physical addiction. I mean, vehemently. I mean, I live to tell a second story. And I don't know if there's anybody else out there like me, but it's how I process time. I always have. And I mean, I'm 67, and would you be surprised if you suddenly woke up one day and your finances were tipped over and you were spending $14 a day on beer? What would you do? And then there's cigarettes, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I went a long time once where I smoked 3 cigarettes a day. And I went to 4, and I lost a little pride, but it lasted like a year and a half or something. Where's that camera? Anyway, so I've been practicing with these different parts of the set, and this part, I hope I've run out. I hope this goes away too, but I'm not worried about anything. It'll be fine, whatever it is. I know that much. I did something great, made some change I was thrilled with today, which was I have 2 sections of carpet, so I can change the top one. There'll always be another one. I don't know if it does any good, but I lifted a very heavy. Where are you? I put that under because it crawls that direction always when I sit in this chair. For some reason, doesn't matter, but it's like created a broken down area. Everything's broken down, so it's like bubbles. It's not pleasant. Anyway, so I've been taking over this space. I've just left, a bachelor life, no cares, no work. You just don't do it for yourself. You just don't. Been here 10 years, well, in places like this. And so now, the things I'm doing make this space mine. It's something I'm building, something I'm working on, just like the canvases. That's why I'm showing you this stuff, because it's the same thing. This most basic conceptual art makes claims like this for good reason. But I don't want to go so far. I hope I never get to that bag of tobacco. It's all gone by then. Here, watch this. This might fit perfectly. It did. Now move it too. It's in a roll of tape on a can. Oh. Alright, moving over here. We can keep doing this. It's a big, great shot. Great shot of the action. Yeah, cleaning won't be a chore. You know, no, it's what you do to get your mind something. Right now, first thing I do every day is go over to the park. And I had an incredible experience today. I met someone who had a background similar to mine. And we talked about things that both of us knew about and were interested in paint technology, because I painted motorcycle tanks and he painted airplanes, military. So we had very similar backgrounds. We just had a great talk. I haven't had an experience like that in my life. I mean, that's the fact. You might have something like it, but not like that. So here's the next best big thing. First, I've got to finish sweeping. I'll leave that for something to look at while I'm gone. Get rid of these. Yeah, that balance. Remember that. That's a good thing. I can put the fan up on the device, and what I discovered was, and my landlord knew about it, I have a rag, because I used to work at the golf course, and rags were free. The cabin full of rags, because people forgot them all the time. They left them all over the place. So, plenty of rags. So I had one, and I did just what he told me to do, which was I took my Swiffer that I pulled out of the trash after a yard sale, and I've had it for months and months. Of course, I thought about getting rid of it, but I don't know what to do. And sure enough, I tore off a piece of cloth. Now this is going to be fun, because I'll be having to twist it to move up. I can do that. Watch this. This is going to be cool. This is my, see, I have another roll of tape, thicker, 2 inches. That's what's holding this up. So this is the big test, right down there. I just will start there. I'm almost done with my dust panning, and start the fun part. I just discovered this. It's just thrilling. It just solves something that was so daunting, because this is not, I've tried to convince the guy to get gloss paint if he's going to paint linoleum for a floor. He's got so many coats, but he gets something semi-gloss or something, and it always ends up like this. And so I finally discovered what I can do about it. I bought one of these for $6. And here's the you just poke the cloth into these inverted plastic triangles. So now let's do this, because see, I get to manipulate it a little to get this one done. But here's how we start. I haven't used soap with it yet. I'm sure it could be done. Yeah, I didn't feel the need. So, off we go. It's as good as done. Good as accomplished. And then this is off, I'll get to check it off my list. I've got some dishes to do. All these things are what happens when I equate it with drinking coffee in the morning. An excuse I've always allowed myself. Rightly or wrongly, it's trouble now. I mean, it always has been, but because I'm smoking so much cigarettes. Oh man, this is so great. So obviously, this is only going to be archives. It's not live now. Can't be live. It's never going to be live. It was never live. It's nothing but a little story. All right, I'm going to get some fresh water. If you walk on it right away. A watershed moment, sorry to say, it was when my fish died. Or maybe I just noticed because of that coincidence. The fish and something else. Maybe some kind of progress, because it's all been good news for, well, almost all of it, quite a while. My son and I have had difficulties. That's my touchiest area. I think I've loosened all the dirt. It didn't go dry. I think it's been successful. Another successful foray into cleaning culture. Good thing, house. I lived with a woman who cleaned houses privately for a living. Her in her old age, she worked under the table and gets a check for $320. Social Security. Let that be a lesson. Huh? Look at that. It's just beautiful. I'm not going to worry about how. As soon as I feel anything that's light dry, I'm going to start with the sweat. Now I don't have to be a slave trying to stretch it out. Yeah, I'm good right there. Let's do that. See what we want to do. Get fresh water all ready. Yeah, that's what I'm building up to. Makes sense. Because I like it when it's fresh water. Let me try it. See if I can get any more. What do you want to try? Yeah, I'm okay with this. There's some stuff that's just not going to come up. Surprised about that. It's good to know traffic, so. Okay. I think I've done the job. I might even start working on something. Yeah, I've made peace with. It's the first time I've ever done it. You know, I'm 67, and if somebody, you know, if I know somebody drops a bill or something, I would go get it, and go give it to them, give it every effort. And today I didn't. I know what they were going to say. I have a policy of return. I said, hey, just keep it. Then I mean, I gave him 10 minutes of stalling on the phone. Must never be good news, that's why they don't get answered. I've got a couple bucks, I think I'll put it back in my pocket. This is how the thing gets dirty. I walk in my socks. Well, the shoes do the same thing, but you take those off. They weren't sticking by themselves. I'm going over to Central Park every day. You see this? I used your thing. I'm so thrilled. I'm doing my room now. Look at me. I'm changing everything. I'm working on these big ass canvases. I got 8. Look at this. Here, this is cool. I paid $18 for a quart. They sent me 2. Oh. Yeah, and I've got the bill. They charge for 1, so that's cool. I can set this up. Anyway, I'm going to be painting away. The lights. Here's Ron. Here's the breakthrough. You know what a big deal it is. 10 years of me doing websites without any knowledge, and I finally said, there must be remote technicians for a Mac. $100 a year. The OBS, the live streaming, no more problems. I backed up my Windows machine 3 years ago. They put it up. I can search it on this. Right. He has solved huge, like an hour, hour and a half maybe.
What's that nerd? Nerd?
No, well, they're
like that. Huh?
They're yeah, it's
So wouldn't you want to have this over in that corner?
I would like that, yeah.
But where are you going to put the TV if you do that?
I would take this out. I have a much better, bigger TV I would put right here.
Well, you got to remember, look at how far out it would stick.
I know, it might not work.
It would stick out, okay, I'm looking at it. It would stick out to here, right?
Yeah, yeah, that thing is this big.
Yeah. So, but there would be that wall.
Good. Excellent.
Okay.
We could get some storage over here then.
You could
put shelving.
Okay, let me show you another thing that you could do. Actually, if you want to keep that as a storage thing, that can fit right there.
Right.
And that can go right here.
Okay.
Well, actually, it would be a different size bottom.
Yeah, whatever. I can always find room for this. I never use it, but
what I would do temporarily, when you come in, you see this over there, I'll temporarily put this right there.
Okay. I'm never gone now, but
yeah, I know.
Mornings, I'm going to the park. I spent a long time there. It was the greatest thing. I talked to somebody with the same background as me.
Let me know when you're going to be gone, like 4 or 5 hours. Email me. And
that's really doubtful. Can't see it.
If you happen to have that's all it would take.
Yeah.
I've got the cable now. Like I said, all I have to do is have that tape. I got that black tape. All I have to do is do it this far, and I can put it down here, take it right straight down there, and hook it up over there.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good story. Let's just ask Justin. Found those. wonderful calling. Anyway, so here are my current projects. So as you can see, I'm light blue, deep blue. Everything black is going to be deep blue. Those will be the only two things on this thing. Anyway, so this is the beginning of it. I'm going to be completely productive from now on. Let's start on something. And do that. There's my tripod. Finally. Yeah, I hope I don't. That's my ashtray bucket so that I don't miss. Save some recycling. The cigarette stubs. Oh, I hope I don't smoke anymore. Just smoke once, three cigarettes a day. That's what I'm talking about. I quit drinking for a year and a half. Well, now, I didn't keep it up. Happy, but that's all. My whole life I've been plagued with the people's idea. The idea people have that you must be physically addicted. No. I'm bored. I was depressed for decades, and that's what I did. So I managed. Who can't understand that? Most of the people I know, they don't. Should, but I was thinking about having a place to keep this. Oh, you don't see me working up here with tools. Anyway, I throw the tobacco under the tobacco production stand and continue in my creative ways. I found a new spot for my chair, which has always been there. Now it goes. Just barely squeezes, but that's plenty. That's still easy. Anyway, I can pull that out a little bit and sit astride. I will work across the moving that direction. Yeah, do it. So. Work. There. Yeah, I have to figure out that button. So we can check. Homemade Swiffer. Wash it. Whenever I need. Yeah. Okay, here we go. One great thing is we're going to find out how much this we maybe with this. I don't think this is enough. New directions to turn it in. There may be some ironing to do right now. I am not prepared because I've had to and there's an issue of dry or moist. And I don't have a mister. I never got a mister. I can't be doing it the best way. I needed a uniform application and for it to work. I can't have it is some places work, some places it doesn't. But that's next for sure. Nope. Go right to the end. This will be the last one. Let's see if it fits. There she is. Yes, this is all about Android. I see one of these books. I have videos of it. And what I do on there pretty much shows you what I see in it. It's going to be one solid color. Maybe with some silver highlights. Let's see if it fits. Yes, it does. Yeah, we can stay away. Let's stay as far away from that edge as possible. And it's no advantage. This is just to the side on this side. We want to stay away from there. We have a good chance. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tape it down, bounce it, and cut it out. And, well, actually, there's a version. What's the right thing to do? I think I would cut a straight line over there and tape up to that. And tape that to the carpet. And then, if the paint, yeah, because it's going to be all gold to begin with. If the paint stretches the canvas, if we have uniform tension, see here. That was at the end of the dowel, the roll, and it shrank, or the weave is different because of the abuse of the way it's at. But we're just going to do the outline, cut it out. Oddly enough, I put my short one. Sounds bad. Set this aside so I'm not having to get on the floor, but there's no problem. So this is the that changes things. Oh, now we're right up here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, this is great. I bet I'll be away from any effect from that. Okay, let's stretch. Here we go. Done in a moment. Now, sometimes I will take the pattern and roll it up. I can do that. And just because this is slack, I can't use anything that's left of this canvas. It's not good. This is the end of this fall. Have more and more problems. Worser ones. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as I can. We're going to take it. Tape. When it gets old, it doesn't want to play. Can't get a hold of it. Tears. And then we can't get a hold of it. So we have to get a clean cut. Oh, what if I got one layer or so? One